How's it going, YouTube? Dallas Boy here with some Pokemon Go PvP battles. This set is going to be against ValorAsh, who is actually one of the best players in the world. I believe he placed first in North America and then 5 in the world. According to the Silph rankings, I am not necessarily sure, and that was back in Season 1. So how this ended up happening, I entered a PvP tournament with some buddies in my local area, and at pretty much one of the last moments, I see ValorAsh up on the sign-up sheet, and I'm like, cool. And then the tournament progressed, and in one of the rounds, I ended up getting paired up with him, so that was actually really cool. So, I went into this with no expectations, just having some fun with it, like I do. I am not the most experienced PvP player out there, but I will still do my best, give it my all, and hopefully give this guy a good matchup. So, hope you guys enjoy this set, and let's get this show on the road. So, as you can see on your screen, my team consists of Escavalier, Whiscash, Shiftry, Frostlass, Probopass, and Noctowl. He's packing a Noctowl and Whiscash of his own, but is accompanying them with Alolan Marowak, Cloyster, Heracross, and Swampert. So, looking at teams, my Noctowl actually has a very good matchup against his team. And I'm just looking at that Alolan Marowak, kind of dreading it a little bit. And you will see that later, why. But, game 1, I get the Whiscash in on the Cloyster. And I'm just farming up for a Mud Bomb on that Cloyster. And here I make a little bit of a mistake and go into Noctowl over Shiftry. Whoops on my end. Going into Shiftry would have been really good for me, getting that Mud Boy out of the way. But I still don't know what he has in the back, but having Shiftry out here first would have been really good for me, because I'm still very scared of that Alolan Marowak. I don't have as good of a matchup against it as I think I do. I mean, yeah, I do have the Probopass and the Whiscash on me, as well as the Noctowl, but otherwise, I don't trust any of my matchups against that thing, because it can still hit my Probopass for super effective damage with Bone Club and whatnot. But I ended up shielding the Hydro Cannon twice. I was, yeah, still not that confident in the matchup against Swampert. I know it hits really hard with Hydro Cannon, and it's gonna nab me here for a couple. Unfortunately, because of me just not switching in a Shiftry. And I think he might have piggybacked 2.0 earlier, but yeah. But he hits me with 2 Hydro Cannons, and I'm just spamming at this point to try to get the next Sky Attack off. I do, and the Swampert is pretty much gone, even though I do miss a bubble there. Here he does end up going out in the Cloyster, and knocks out my Noctowl. So I'm going to be going out into my Whiscash to get off a Mud Bomb on the Cloyster. And with the energy I charged up on it earlier, I'm able to get off another one. And I think at this point I'm in a pretty good position, despite not knowing what his last is. And unfortunately, what's its face? Cloyster gets off a Hydro Pump on me and knocks me out before I'm able to get up another Mud Bomb. So I'm going in blind with what his last is. And my last is Shiftry, his last turns out to be Whiscash. And I'm just going to get off a Leaf Blade on that thing and take game 1, which I got a game off on ValorAsh, so really cool. And yeah, but it's pretty much just gonna peak from there. And this game 2, yeah, I decided to bring literally 3 things weak to Alolan Marowak. A Shiftry, an Escavalier, and a Frostlass. And here, I'm just trying to bait a shield with the Leaf Blade, and yeah. If you're coming from Twitter, this is basically the Alolan Marowak show. And it just did not go well for me at all. What you're seeing here is just going to be a complete and thorough demolition by Alolan Marowak. And yeah, it just didn't go well for me. And there I end up going for foul play and baiting the other shield, and here, there, right there, I tried clicking foul, or I had the energy for the foul play, but ended up clicking Leaf Blade because I thought it was gonna die there, but apparently no, and it's just gonna cost me. Yeah, my own poor team composition and hasty play, just absolutely flooring it, just ended up completely costing me this entire match. But, hey, you live and you learn, you make stupid stuff in tournaments, and you just gotta press on from. So, Game 3. Decided to bring Noctowl this time, and just kind of still fearing the Alolan Marowak and whatnot. I think my others were Whiscash and I want to say Probopass at this point. Oh, no, it was Shiftry, not Whiscash. He ends up catching me with the lead here. Leads off with Noctowl. And I'm just going to go into the Noctowl of my own. Because, yeah, I tried getting it in earlier, but poor farming on my end. But, what can you do? I end up getting off a Sky Attack on this thing. And I'm thinking that's pretty considerable damage at this point. But he is going to get off an Icy Wind on me. And Icy Wind recently got a buff in which the attack stat is going to get lowered by a little bit, which is actually going to come into play where I'm not going to be able to knock out this Cloyster in time before he ends up getting the extra... or he ends up burning the other shield on me. That's what I'm trying to say. But, end up getting off another Sky Attack. I'm probably going to have to get the Excellent to try to knock him out if he doesn't shield this. He doesn't, and I end up knocking that out. So, it's pretty much looking like I'm thinking it's Noctowl and Noctowl here. Oh, no. He brings out the Alolan Marowak, which... I'm going to be going into my Whiscash here to try to dunk it, but I don't really have a shield at this point on me. Kind of unfortunate, but that plays happen and whatnot, and here I am going to be getting off a Mud Bomb to try to get some extra damage on this thing, because Alolan Marowak kind of dunked me earlier, and here I pretty much bait the charge move here, and try to go into Shiftry as fodder. I get off the, and here I end up getting off the foul play, and since he has a knockdown in the back, it's pretty much going to come down to whether or not I can get that Blizzard off on the Noctowl before he can just hit me with another charge move. And said charge move being Sky Attack. And I'm just trying to spam my tapping to get Blizzard. But unfortunately, he ends up getting that one, and will be taking this 2 out of 3. So, this was actually a really close set despite my follies with the second game. But hey, I'm very proud of myself and how I played this whole thing. And fun fact, I almost did not bring, what's its face, Shiftry and Escavalier, to this tournament. It pretty much came down to whether or not, I had the candy available to beef up an Escavalier that I got in a trade with somebody else. And it ended up at the last minute of my, instance that a Carablast spawned, and I ended up getting really, really lucky and was able to build up the Escavalier and the Shiftry. So a little fun fact for that. But anyways, again, mistakes were made in this tournament. This match. Game 2, definitely bringing 3 things weak to a Alolan Marowak did not do me any favors. Otherwise, I played this relatively well. Game 1, I'd like to have the Shiftry back, but I guess it was a little bit of a blessing in disguise that I did have Shiftry in the back for the Whiscash, because I think that thing would have blizzarded me. So double shielding the Swampert with the Noctowl just ended up paying off in the end. And yeah, so I think that's pretty much all I have to say. Hope you guys enjoyed this set. If you guys also have any feedback for me on what to do in the future, whether it's the content, narration, whatnot, tips and tricks that you might have for me in doing this thing going forward, please let me know. I'm definitely open to constructive criticism and improving my game. So anyways, hope you enjoyed, rate, comment, sub, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.